Hi, my name is Peter. I'm 22 years old, and for the past 8 years, I've been living on the road and off the grid with my family, documenting our journey on our YouTube, The Epic Family Road Trip. Today, I'm sharing my adventures on my own channel, The Adventure Guys. My dream is to show you the remote places of the world by land, air, and sea, and to one day buy some land and build a homestead.
Later today, I was invited to something I really look forward to. Some time on the water.
Yeah, that's perfect. Now you can just drop it back down in the cockpit there, or in the cabin.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, release. That sail is now raised. One is called the jib, and the lines that control it are called the sheets.
Head or jib?
Head sail is the all-encompassing term for it.
Okay.
But a jib is a small head sail.
It's a small head
Yeah. Tiller,
Yeah.
it controls the rudder. Rudder controls the direction of the boat. So that's all pretty straightforward. Now, this guy is our boom. That's the one we got to watch out for.
Yeah.
When exactly that happens. So right now it's nice and far up above us, but getting as close to the wind as we possibly can to be making progress towards our goal.
Okay.
And so when you go too close to the wind, like we are here, the wind goes on both sides of the sails and it starts to luff the sails and we stop making progress forward.
Moving. Yeah.
We're only actually moving forward when we got the wind filling only one side of the sail. And then we lean over a little bit, the boat picks up some speed, and we're off to the races. All along into the channel?
Yeah.
That's where we're headed for. That's our final destination. And do when we tack.
Let it out.
Exactly. So you ready to do that?
Yeah.
Alright, tacking, release. Perfect, Phil. Yeah. So Phil, on the next one, feel like you might pull us down. Now as we get out of the channel, the breeze is starting to build a little.
Yeah.
Go away, up towards you, Nico. Towards you. Now we'll switch the sail across to the other side. Peter, you can pull that in. Who wants to take over the tiller? Well, Peter, you want to give it a shot? Sure. Yeah.
This helps teach the basics of sailing and also lets you have some fun while on the water. For me, it was a great time, but also a good experience since I've got a ton to learn.
That was an awesome time. I'm super happy I got to go do that. So it was a bit of a jumble for me to film. I couldn't film the best because I was really just sitting there trying to absorb everything I could, as with two super knowledgeable guys. So yeah, I went out with Clarny Mountain Lodge. I was there. The guy Willem I was talking about, one of the locals, and his friend. The lodge does like racing with sailboats. So you take some J22s out, 22-foot sailboats, and you get to experience racing a sailboat around the area there. So beautiful place. That's actually where I'm going to be hopefully getting my sailboat in the water and getting a slot for it to stay for what's left of the season, a good couple of months here. And it's just a great time and a great way to, first of all, experience sailing. If you don't have interest in like sailing as something, a lifestyle, like what I'm trying to do and what many others do, it's a great way to just get out on the water and have some fun, as going for a little race there. But for me, I was just soaking in all the info I could. I got a lot of hands-on on the tiller and then also on controlling the jib sail. So yeah, it's a great time all around, and definitely something that gives me a bit more confidence and a bit more experience, the experience I need to be able to get my own boat out on the water. So I was also able to talk to him. He spoke to the gentleman who operates one of the places where I most likely will be able to launch my boat and keep my boat in port there. So it was a good way to get some connections there and have a future plan for my boat. So tomorrow I'm going to head back into that town and talk to the guy who will hopefully be able to launch my boat. So it was a big day. It wasn't my best film day on earth, but I hope to be able to get on the water a lot more, possibly more with Willem and his friend there, and with the lodge. They've got some other bigger sailboats that they do excursions on and sailing experiences. And if I can get on there just as kind of like a, I don't know, a hand, a crew member, I don't know exactly what to call it on sailboat, the proper terminology, but the more time I get on the water, the better. And yeah, I'll take you guys along with me as I'm figuring all this out. But today was a good day. So it's 8:30, I think it's almost 9 now. Good way to end the day is doing something fun like that and getting some good experiences under my belt. Just heading back into town. Gonna be meeting up with that guy I was talking about yesterday. I think his name is Matty or Mati. And yeah, just go see if I can chat with him if he's there in town right now. Figure out how to get my boat in the water. It's an awesome day. Spent it up in town there talking with Mati, figuring out getting the boat in the water, and it looks like tomorrow is the big day. So I've got a decent amount of prep work to do. I've still got to test out my engine, which I've been procrastinating on. So right now I'm just here at the boat, gonna grab the fuel tank for that, bring it back to the island, just hook it up to the side of our boat because it's light enough to give it a good test, and put the lower shroud of the engine on. Then early tomorrow morning I'll come over here, get all the stuff cleaned up. Still got a bunch of sandpaper and stuff. Get the boat ready to travel. It's mostly still there because I haven't really moved anything. The mast and everything's still strapped down, just a little loose. So yeah, get her tightened down, and then probably midday tomorrow afternoon, take it up to get launched in the water, which is super exciting. So they also have got a big boom and winch set up to get your mast set up easy, you're not struggling. So they'll help me get the mast up. And then they knew the guy who owned it before me, because that boat was up there for like 5 years or so, and they're familiar with getting it all set up, because I'm looking at the owner's manual and everything, but I don't know too much yet. So it's actually very convenient that there's these really helpful guys who will be helping getting it all rigged up and ready to start sailing. I'm so excited for all this because it's a big step in
you know, learning how to sail and making sailing kind of a living for myself. So it's got the motor on the boat with the fuel there. I did say I was gonna put it up on the side of this boat and test it, but that was a bad idea. I actually lifted it onto the boat, and of course the side, I already know that the side of a boat is not made to hold up a motor, but I figured, you know, a little 9.8 should be alright, but it wasn't. Definitely wasn't alright, so just yanked it off. Tomorrow it'll be hooked up to the boat. We'll get it hooked up to its console, because I've actually got a little like lever throttle that I can hook it up to, and we'll test it out then. So let's cross our fingers it all works perfectly. And I mean, overall, this is gonna be an amazing day tomorrow, so I hope you guys are excited. I know the last bit of this video has been a little hard for me to film. You know, I've been running around trying to figure this stuff out, and while I could take the camera with me, I never know how people will react. So far, everyone's been really, really good people. You know, some awesome guys that have been very helpful and really supportive of getting another guy in the water to start sailing. So it's been a great experience, and you know, from here on out, it's all gonna be fun stuff. So I look forward to tomorrow morning. Okay, so got a lot of the sailboat prepped. Just basically was walking around the trailer, making sure everything's still tight, because I had loosened some of these straps so there wouldn't just be continuous pressure on the boat, and then battened all the hatches. So closed the port in the front, made sure everything is neat and tidy in there, ready to go. And in the Jeep, I've got the outboard motor set up with its fuel can and the rudder. We got the big rudder in here, and then the motor's back there. I brought some new fuel. You know, when we're testing it, it's not using old fuel that could have been in there for a year. So yeah, now what I hope to be able to do, we're gonna be having our friends here at the marina. They've got a truck which will tow this thing a lot better than the Jeep would. I'm sure the Jeep probably could tow it. It's not really that heavy, but a truck will do better. That's what trucks are made for. So hopefully in a bit, I'll go talk to Chris. If he can bring this over in front of the marina, they've got a pressure washer, and that way I can pressure wash the thing, get it all clean, get that for sale sign, because you can kind of see there's a little bit of the sticky there, and I cannot get that off for the life of me. So I want to pressure wash the outside, get it as clean as I can, and then pressure wash the top deck, so when she's sitting in the water, there's not much exterior cleaning to do. And then, I mean, we're taking it to the big water, which is, I'm so excited. It was hard for me to sleep last night. I actually stayed up till like 1:30. I went to bed at 11 something. I was just laying there, and I don't normally do that for anything, so pretty excited about this whole endeavor. So the boat's moving. Chris was able to, we got it hooked up. He's moving it with his truck, and he's gonna try to back it into their pressure washing bay. That way I can give it a good spray down. This is stankin' exciting. It's so awesome to see the boat finally moving from that spot. Awesome. Well, I got the boat all sprayed off, at least the best I could in a short amount of time. Sprayed all the kind of grime because it's been sitting there now for over a month, and was sitting with the guy for about a year out of water, half covered and half not. So you got a bit of grime on it, but I sprayed most of it off, and I got a big brush, which I'll use once a boat's in the water. I have limitless water all around me, and I can just at least scrub water all over the top, just scrub out any of the dirt and stuff that's left behind after pressure washing. And I'll do that as kind of a weekly maintenance thing to just keep the boat clean and shiny. So now we're just gonna wait for Chris. He's helping someone else right now, and then make our way to town and get the boat in the water. The boat is heading out. Don't even have words, I'm so excited, and I keep on saying that, but this is such a big day for me. So we'll follow behind Chris, make our way into town.
Perfect.
Do you want to take it out of the slings, put the mast up, or do you want to?
Yeah, but we need to get the finger on.
Oh, okay. I think for now, Peter will just unrig the lazy jacks.
Yeah.
And get them just totally out of the way, and then once you get the sail on, then you can reinstall them.
Okay.
on this feeder on the mast just to hold it stable? Yeah. It's bottom heavy here, so you just gotta push down on it now that you get there. Okay. Yeah. There you go. Alright, good. Avoid standing under it, that's best. Yeah, that's good.
Now that the mast and boom are secure, the next step is to get my outboard motor attached and running.
This way. Okay. And then feed that on that cleat up in front of it.
Willem stopped by and gave some good tips for attaching my mainsail and jib. I'm thankful to have some good guys who are local and great sailors to help with all my dumb questions.
Thank you.
Right. But yeah, getting it on shouldn't be complicated. That should be. Indeed, yeah. It's not just this here. Okay. And then your sail is going to have a shackle on top of it, which hooks into this. So when you hoist it out, it's also pulling the sail up. Okay. And then you're just going to want to slide it. You've got two tracks here, which is nice. Put it in one of the tracks. The same idea is like boom. A little hole to open the feet in here. And then hoist it up. It's going to hoist the whole thing in this track all the way to the top of your mat. Where it'll stay. Oh yeah. Yeah. Like at anchor?
Yeah,
Yeah, people use different things. Some people these days are using paddleboard.
Right.
Oh, yeah, paddleboard.
That's what we figured would probably be best.
Yeah, something like this is nice, but then it's a neat thing to tow around or hold up as well.
Right.
There's all kinds of things.
Cool.
Yeah.
We also have the inflatable tire.
Yeah, that's a good one for a boat of this size.
Yeah,
for sure.
Sitting in the harbor here, it's really starting to look like a sailboat with all this stuff going up. I just finished putting on the outboard motor and it started, it ran good. So at least have that. I still got to put a steering lock on it, and that way it doesn't go from side to side because it doesn't have a tiller attached. It's just going to be pushing forward or pulling back. It's the only function of that motor, and I'll steer with the tiller and rudder on the sailboat itself, and that's basically just to get in and out of harbors, or if there's absolutely no wind and I'm at anchor or something and I've got to move. It's kind of the mode of transportation at that point. Yeah, we're sitting on both sails, and I was talking with one of the guys here at Willem, and he kind of explained a bit. It's pretty self-explanatory to put up the mainsail, and then I have a furler on the front, which will be for my jib sail. I think it's a Genoa jib. We'll get that wrapped up, but probably today just get everything cleaned up and tidy, and make sure that the battery's off. I don't want that to die. Stuff like that, just make it a little clean outside, because there's quite a bit of stuff going on out there with everything, all the lines everywhere, and boxes of parts and pieces that I'll need to start putting together probably tomorrow. But for this video, it was a super cool experience to see. I mean, I've been working on the boat, cleaning it up, then taking it all the way into town here, and watching it get lifted and put in the water was really something else. It was pretty cool. It drew a bit of a crowd too. I couldn't turn around and film it, but there was quite a few people actually watching that. A lot of stuff in there. It's my mainsail cover too, which will be going on tomorrow, hopefully. Looks like it's ripped. Can you hand me that box and stuff? Alright, well, quite an awesome day. Awesome couple of days getting the boat, and all of this stuff here is a huge step. Now the motor's running. I've got the rudder and tiller, but me and Dan came here a little late. We got busy on the island with stuff, and tomorrow I'll come back out to do the mainsail and jib sail and try to get the rudder in as well, but that'll be for next week. So thank you everyone for watching, and definitely stay tuned as more stuff happens. It's definitely going to become a lot more exciting because we'll actually be getting out on the water with our boat. I've still got to find a name, so figure that stuff out too as we go.